Cool Papa Bell is said to have been the fastest baseball player in the first half of the 20th century. He's who I'm striking out with now as I'm doing batting practice against Paul Skeins as I warm up for a game. He was so fast, it was said that he could steal first base, never mind, second base and third base. There's a story about Cool Papa Bell that he was so fast that at night he could hit the light switch on the wall, turn off the lights, and make it back to bed before the lights actually went off. Now, you're probably thinking that story is apocryphal, that it's not true, that it's a legend. I mean, I certainly thought it was. Until I heard a podcast by Bob Kendricks, who does a podcast about the Negro Leagues. And Bob Kendricks is either the president or the director or some kind of leader of the Negro League Baseball Hall of Fame in Kansas City, a place I've never been, but I hope to. Maybe this summer. Maybe this summer we'll go together. But I was listening to the podcast by Bob Kendricks, and I was listening to the episode about Cool Papa Bell, who's actually James Thomas Bell. That's his birth name, but he gained the nickname Cool Papa Bell. I'll tell you about that in a moment. But Bob Kendricks said that it may not be an apocryphal story that Cool Papa Bell could get into bed with the covers over him before the lights went out. He told a story that while Cool Papa Bell's team, the Pittsburgh Crawfords, one of the great teams, won a championship. At this time, he was playing, one of his teammates was the great hitter, Josh Gibson. And Josh Gibson, catcher, arguably is the greatest hitter of all time. Talk about that another time as well. But they're on the road and staying at a hotel, and Cool Papa Bell and Josh Gibson are sharing a room. And I guess it's during the day or early evening. Cool Papa Bell is back at the hotel room, but Josh Gibson's out. And Cool Papa Bell is noticing that when he turns the lights off and on, that there's a delay. That there's a delay from when the time he hits the switch to the time that the lights actually turn on and off. And so he was going to play a trick on Josh Gibson when he got back. So Josh Gibson gets back and evening comes, late evening comes, and it's time to go to bed. And Cool Papa Bell looks at Josh Gibson and says, "Josh Gibson, I'm so fast that I could turn off these lights here and be back in bed before the lights actually go off." And Josh Gibson says, "Cool Papa, you're fast, but you're not that fast. Nobody's that fast." And Cool Papa Bell says, "Oh yeah, I'll show you." So he walks over to the light switch, clicks it, and then jumps into bed and pulls the covers over him before the lights even go out, because again, there's a delay between when the lights would actually go out. And hence, the story was born that Cool Papa Bell could turn off the lights before they actually went off and be in bed before they went off. So it might actually be a true story after all. Cool Papa Bell played for a lot of teams, including the Kansas City Monarchs and perhaps the greatest of all Negro League teams. So there were other greats. There were the Homestead Grays. We just mentioned the Pittsburgh Crawfords. There were the Chicago American Giants. It's striking to me how many teams in the Negro Leagues actually used the name Giants somewhere in their name. There were the Chicago American Giants. There were the Cuban Giants. There were the Lincoln Giants. And I'm just scratching the surface of how many teams had the name Giants in them. It was a thing in the first half of the 20th century. But this ballpark, which we're doing batting practice in right now, it's called Mullerbacher Field. And this was the home field of the Kansas City Monarchs. And what's interesting, and you notice we're doing this game at night. Notice the lights in the background. Mullerbach Field and the Kansas City Monarchs, a Negro League team, I think like in the late 20s or in the 30s, was really the first team, Major League or Negro League, to use lights at night and have night games. And so it's kind of cool that in this game, MLB The Show, which we're using as the vehicle to do our conversations here and to try to get better as a hitter, it's cool that they've included this ballpark. And once I unlock it, I'm going to use it regularly. If I can hit a fly ball, if you look at those lights in the distance, you can see that they're hoisted up by trucks. So they even got that historically accurate. I'm doing this on the GOAT difficulty, so it's a bit of a challenge to hit this fastball. And they've made Cool Papa Bell a poor hitter because they have him listed as a pitcher. In fact, the way that Cool Papa Bell got his name Cool Papa was he broke into Negro League baseball pitching. And one of his early appearances, he struck out the great hitter Oscar Charleston. And his teammates were so impressed by that this kid struck out one of the great hitters of the day, Oscar Charleston, that they said, boy, that kid is cool. And one of his other teammates says, well, it just can't be cool. We just don't want to call him Cool Bell. He needs another name in there. So they came up with Cool Papa. And of course, the word cool means what it means today. He was a fine dresser, all of that. Cool Papa Bell was so fast when he played in the Mexican leagues. It is said that one of the opposing teams challenged the legitimacy of the team, accusing Cool Papa of cheating because Cool Papa Bell was at first base and one of his teammates got a base hit. And Cool Papa Bell went from first to third so fast that the opposing team thought that he didn't go to second at all, that he just ran from first to third. And so they stopped the game, and they challenged the game, the legitimacy of the game itself. Again, this is the Tao of Baseball. We're trying to learn how to hit at this very difficult game, MLB The Show, which is, I think, when it comes to hitting, a real baseball simulator. And one of the ways that we're trying to get better as a hitter, this is my third season playing, and I play online competitively against other players. I'm not very good. Most people who stream this game are extremely good. I am not one of them. I'm trying to use this to see two things. Trying to stream this to tell some stories about people like Cool Papa Bell, and also to see if we could become a better hitter, and to see if we can use the philosophy of an old samurai warrior from Japan by the name of Miyamoto Musashi, who was born in the late 1500s. His prime was the early 1600s, never lost a sword fight, and just before his death, left his book, the Book of Five Rings, in which he gives his philosophy about sword fighting and his approach about sword fighting. And he says, with this approach, you can use it in all things, not just sword fighting. So we're trying to see if we could use the philosophy and the techniques and just, the approach that Miyamoto Musashi writes down some 400 years ago, that if we could use it to become a better hitter at MLB The Show. So I wrote down some of the principles that we've already used from his Book of Five Rings. We'll introduce a new principle every day. They haven't worked well for me yet, but we have an entire season to do this. The first rule from Miyamoto Musashi's Book of Five Rings that we took were, number one, that the lessons that we learn from this book can be applied to everything. be applied to craftsmanship. It could be applied to artistry. It could be applied to skateboarding. And it could be applied, we're going to see if it will with me, to MLB The Show. The second rule we learned is how to attain the principle that you get from practice, and then how do you detach from it. What that means is that in practice, you practice a technique so often that you get what he calls attaining the principle, which basically means you now got it into your muscle memory. It's now into your muscle memory. You can now use this principle that you gain through practice instinctively without having to think about it. In other words, you could just do it because now you know it. And it's what he calls attain and detaching from the principle. Because once you're in the moment, for him, once you're in the sword fight, you don't have to think about using a particular technique because you already know it so well. It's in your muscle memory, and you just react without thinking. You did all the thinking ahead of time. The third principle was know the rhythms, that there are rhythms in everything, that you have a rhythm and that your opponent has a rhythm. And when you're in rhythm, especially if you're doing a dance that you kind of know already, knowing the rhythm allows you to know and to be able to hit that next move in time. Well, he says there's rhythms in everything. In sword fighting, there are rhythms. And I think in competition, I think in basketball, rhythm is a real obvious thing. But you also have it in baseball. You also have it in video games. And so know the rhythms, know your opponent's rhythms, because that gives you a chance to kind of anticipate what's coming. And then also have your own rhythm, but be able to disguise your rhythm so that your opponent doesn't pick up on it. The fourth rule, the state of mind should remain normal at all times. So in competition, you'll have very stressful moments, very important moments, and it's easy to have your mind fluttered at that moment. And what he says is that your mind should be normal at all times, not too high, not too low, just present, just in the moment, just responding to what you see. And he also says it's important not to let others into your mind, because all of this is a mind game. And then the fifth principle that we will use for today, we'll bring in a new principle every day. The fifth principle is going to be about focusing the eyes. And I'll read what he says about focusing the eyes. The eyes are to be focused in such a way as to maximize the range and breadth of vision. Observation and perception are two separate things. The observing eye is stronger, the perceiving eye is weaker. A specialty of martial arts is to see that which is far away closely and to see that which is nearby from a distance. In martial arts, it is important to be aware of opponent's swords and yet not look at the opponent's sword at all. This takes work. It is essential to see both sides without moving the eyeballs. Things like this are hard to master all at once when you're in a hurry. Remember what is written here. Constantly accustom yourself to the eye's focus and find out the state where your eye focus does not change no matter what happens. So again, focus the eyes to see both big and small. See the whole field in front of you. Be aware, as he says, of your opponent's sword. Be aware of your opponent's sword, but do not look at it. So it's, what it's like to look straight ahead, not focus, but you could still see things. You could still see movement. We're able to see movement. I think this could be a great skill for this show, for MLB The Show, for hitting. Because I notice if I just focus on one thing, just the pitch release by itself, it's not enough. I need to see the trajectory of the ball coming in as well. And there's, I think, a happy medium that I'm still trying to develop that allows me to see everything about this process. But as he says, it's hard. It's hard to do. Let's take a couple more practice swings and then we'll get into a game. Again, I'm a bit of a disadvantage. This is just fastballs that are coming in. I'm just trying to get used to the speed because it helps me when I play at lower levels, which we'll be playing at. But they also have, in this form, not on my team, he can hit pretty well, but in the batting practice form, on the team that I'm using, I'm not going to explain it all, they have him just as a pitcher, and Cool Papa Bell's numbers as a hitter here are not good at all. And so I'm at a distinct disadvantage. I'm going up against one of the top pitchers, Paul Skeens, with someone who doesn't hit well in this mode. But I wanted to talk about Cool Papa Bell. He's one of my favorite players in the history of baseball. You know, he was the Ricky Henderson of his time. And before there was Ricky Henderson, there was Lou Brock. And before there was Lou Brock, there was Cool Papa Bell. And Lou Brock, I think I said this, credited Cool Papa Bell with teaching him and giving him all kinds of lessons when it came to stealing bases. That was Cool Papa Bell. Let's hit a couple more, then we'll get to gameplay. I'm also using my PCI in a new location, bottom center. I've been using it on the side like this. It's just what I'm used to, with good reason. But it was making these outside pitches harder for me to hit. You notice I'm now hitting more accurately, though. I'm going to try to stick to the middle, though. Need to figure out how to better cover the entire plate. So let me get it back in the middle before I get too happy with this old style again. Make it an adjustment. You got to stick with the adjustment to make it work. One more. One more. Got to see the ball. Ball's coming in fast. Look, I was on it. I was just behind. I start the PCI low because if I have it in the middle, I can't control it very well coming down. Coming in this direction. I struggle to control it. He's really getting me on the inside corner. One more. All right, it's going to have to be good enough. Let's play a game. We have not been hitting well. Yesterday we won 3-1. My opponent didn't play well either. I do think that there's something about the game this year. It might be that we don't have, it's what they call a power creep. So we're 5-2. Oh, I didn't realize we were 5-2. Rated 371, which is not very high. We're playing at Center City Field because it reminds me of Raimondi Park in Oakland, which is now a minor league ballpark for the Oakland Ballers. I like to play at night. It's easier to see the ball. My team is the Oakland Larks, named after Oakland's Negro League team from 1946. Only existed for a year or two. But one of their pitchers was Lionel Wilson, and Lionel Wilson would become the first black mayor of Oakland. Chase Dolander will be our starting pitcher. I've never pitched with him before. So we'll have to see how this goes. Going up against Tyler Glass now. Wow. He's got some good numbers. It's going to be hard. Oh, and he's leveled up to 5. This guy must play a lot. We're in trouble. Ooh, the Polo Grounds. I'm down for that. Wow, this guy's 26 and 60. This guy plays a lot. I play a lot too, but since I'm now recording or streaming these, I don't play nearly as often. Okay, this guy struggles to hit, as do I. It looks like he struggles to pitch too. I'm a pretty good pitcher, but I've never pitched with the guy we have today. All right. This guy might bunt a lot. He's playing in, oh, this is interesting. I love that we're playing in the Polo Grounds. This is the home of the New York Giants before the Giants moved to San Francisco. Center field is incredibly deep, almost impossible to hit a home run directly to center because I think it's like 483 feet away or something like that. That's what made Willie Mays' catch, historic catch in the 1954 World Series so amazing because center field is so deep. If it would have got by him, it probably would have been an inside the park home run. All right, let's concentrate. Okay, I'm just looking for his pitch release right now. Actually, let me see something. Okay, now we're set. Glad I didn't go there. There's a ball, but close enough. Take some more pitches. We're going to be patient. Using a new camera view, by the way, as well. Okay, so he's liking that outside corner right there. I want him to think I'm patient. Oof. Swung at a ball, though. I think he's coming strike first pitch. Nope. Let's calm down. Okay, it's battle. That was a ball. I like to get 15 pitches at minimum. That was a strike. Polo Ground. I like this field a lot. I'm tempted to use it. People in an online community thinks it's toxic because the distance from home plate to the 2 foul poles is really short. You can get a real cheap home run, but then the farther out you get to the center of the field, it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper to where you want a speed team, to run down balls. I have a fast outfield, so we should be fine. You want a speed team also because if you have a batter like Cool Papa Bell, if I can hit a ball over one of his outfielders' heads in the right place. Oh, he was ahead of that fastball. That's impressive. If you can hit with somebody like Cool Papa Bell, a ball over outfielder's head in this game, then you're probably going to get inside the park home run. This guy's got some good breaking stuff. Starting to wonder if he's going to have any discipline. His record would suggest no. We're going to make him take some pitches. Oh my goodness. That ball was almost in the dirt where I threw it. Man, things just don't work out for me. That's just what I end up thinking with this game all the time. I know he's running. He's taking a lead. Oh, he started leaning. I should have had an advantage there. Now I'm going to pause to make him think I'm looking for a pitch out. Oh my God. This dude just outsmarted me. I should have. I know he pulled that first fastball. I guess he's just fastball all the time. Oh, he's feeling good. Because he doesn't hit much. He doesn't hit much. I know hitting a 2-run home run, because I don't hit much either. And getting a 2-run home run in the first inning feels great. All right. Oh, my God. I think we can score 2 runs. I think we can keep him from scoring any more runs. Can't believe I'm live streaming this. Oh, my goodness. He is on the fastball. So you can see the outfield there of the Polo Grounds, right? See, straight ahead center field. It even goes out further. All right. No more strikes to this guy. Ooh. He caught me unaware. Oh, that was a delayed steal. And I couldn't hear. I should turn up the volume. I couldn't hear it. You probably couldn't hear it either. Boy, I suck at this game. Goodbye, Mark McGuire. All right. We got to keep a calm mind. Where are those? Let me grab these rules from Musashi again. We got to keep this shit in mind. Know the rhythms and keep a cool mind. So don't panic. We're going to take this pitch. Okay. Got to be careful of that curveball. Taking another pitch. Taking another pitch. Okay. Thought he'd be coming in with a fastball, but I didn't like where it was. I got very lucky there. It's okay. What he showed me, may have shown me, with that first at bat is that he's willing to walk someone. We got to look for our pitch. That's what Ted Williams says. Hit it hard. I hit it hard. Okay. Should not have swung at that. Center field. Such a beautiful ballpark. I love the graphics of this game. This guy's just sitting on fastball. So he's going to get a great dose of sinkers outside of the strike zone. So he's swinging at everything. Everything. Let's see. Everything. Like, I'm making it clearly obvious. And there's total egg on my face. I gave up a 2-run home run in the first inning. Let's just throw a wild pitch. Oh, wow. Let's do it again. It's actually fun. It's not fun. Ooh. Gotta be careful with that curveball, though. You don't want to hang it. I know this guy's going to hit it out because he's swinging. He's swinging for everything. We have two opposite. Neither of us could hit well. But I'm the opposite. I'm trying to be patient. I'm too patient, I'm sure. Okay. Told myself I was going to swing first pitch there. That's the ball. 1-1. Guess I'm out again? Yep. This game is really screwing me. No, that missed. That's the ball. Nope, ball. And I'm out. Perfect, and I'm out. That's just proof of what's happening to me here. Okay. Let's go back to our principles about a clear mind. Yes, a clear mind. We are calm. This is why we call this the Tao of baseball, because you could do everything right and still fail. You could do everything wrong and still succeed. It's just like life. Okay. I'm completely bullshitting right now, but okay. Let's do this. Came too far down. All right. I feel like I'm picking up the pitches now, though. Like I've hit 3 balls very hard, and I have no hits. Oh, wait. Are we not supposed to? We're supposed to let that go. We are supposed to let that go. And he swung at a ball way inside. He got jammed, and he got a hit. Every one of my games has been like this, and I have the video to prove. Look at that. Look where the ball is. Again, we're going to put this behind us. Okay. This guy's not even smart. But he's winning. Like if you're going to do a hit and run there, you know I'm not throwing a strike. Here. That's okay. This dude's hitting balls for hits anyways. Like, I'm not even going to put the ball where he can hit it. At least I think. Like, we're bouncing the ball now. Like, it's actually not even that enjoyable to pitch to him because, but he has 4 hits. And I have none. All right. Why? He's throwing me a slider inside. So I'm just as dumb. In fact, I don't know if he's dumb at all. He's probably quite smart. It's hard not to swing this game. Oh, there's another really good hit for an out. For an out. Oh, why did I swing at that? Because I'm losing. I'm letting him in my mind. Letting. That's the ball. Two. Oh yeah, that might have been a home run in a regular park. I didn't hit it that great. It was a bit inside, but this is wild. This is wild shit, man. Okay. Unfortunately, Ted Williams is not very fast, or this would have been an inside the park home run. It's my luck, friends. That's my luck. Why am I swinging at that? 1-1. That's the ball. Hit it hard. Look at that. Look at that. Into an out. We're probably going to have to call this video why MLB The Show sucks this year. Same thing, friend. Let's see. We going to lay off yet? Like, I'm being obvious about it too. Usually you'd be more subtle, right? You wouldn't want to pick up. You wouldn't want your opponent to pick up that you're not throwing strikes at all. But this dude, I'm just throwing the same pitch, bouncing it in the dirt. Now, I got to be careful here, though. We talk about the mind, right? And I'm starting to feel pressure knowing that this is going online. Nobody's watching. Oh, he took a ball. Can he take another one? Let's throw a different pitch. We'll throw a strike now. Man, this dude just likes to swing. And that's what he should do. He should take some pitches and make me throw something different. But we're throwing balls again. We'll just throw something other than the curveball. This is the back and forth. This is the game. Now we go back to the curveball again. It's okay. We can walk him. Ooh. He was a little bit late on that. Otherwise, he probably would have got a home run going down the line that way. So yeah, no one's watching these videos, and that's okay. I actually don't want anyone to watch them. Just doing them for the experience of going through a whole season and having something to do with it. But I am feeling that pressure nonetheless of losing to this guy. Oh, into a double play. Can you believe? I can believe it. I really can believe it. I really can believe it. I wonder if this guy has a good bullpen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's got an excellent. Is this mine or hit? Oh, this is mine. I have a good bullpen. How do I see his? Here we go. Opponent's bullpen. It's okay. I'll take the walk. Terry Pendleton sucks. There you go. Would have been another double play if there were 4 outs. This is remarkable. I am tempted to put my PCI back in the corner, in the inside corner. If he hits this as a home run, I give him nothing but credit. Can you stay off 3 of them in a row? Okay, so he's reading the curveball now. Let's give him some bait. He's on him. This guy is looking to swing. He wasn't on it. He was a little late on that, but There we go. It's really outrageous that I'm losing to this guy. He's an okay pitcher, but pitching's easy in this game. I can't believe he had a 2-run home run. And I can't believe I don't have anything more than one hit. All right, here's my guy. Cool Papa Bell. Let's be cool. Let's be desperate. Am I being desperate here? I think I am. Nope. Not going to give it to me. I'm reverting back. They're not going to give me anything. Might give me a hit here. Yeah. Turn that into a double. Everything is just so soft. I think they really have done something to the game. The hitting engine. Yep. Yep. I hit that ball very hard. I feel like, one, I'm complaining a lot for trying to be philosophical and all Tao-like. Oh, good for him for not swinging at that. But I do feel like at this game, it'll put you in a slump. Now, I may go into a slump myself, but I think it will also put your players into a slump and make things even harder. I do believe this happens on Road to the Show. And Road to the Show is part of this game. It's you play against the computer, you develop your own player, and they go through slumps and everything. And they go through hot streaks. And when they're on a hot streak, just everything starts to work out. But when they go through a slump, it can be a prolonged slump. And I wonder if that also happens with your team online in Diamond Dynasty. Oh. Impressive that he took that. Because I'm sure you won't look at my previous video if you happen to see this one. But this has happened in almost every game I've played. And now it's also getting into my mind, so we got to come back to the principles of Miyamoto Musashi and remain the same. Mentally remain the same. Okay. Got to mentally remain the same. Let me check out some stuff. How does he throw to right-handers? That's a ball. Oh my God. Why am I swinging? This is part my fault too. Big time my fault. I've walked 4 times. It's kind of a lot. Mauer has no power, unfortunately. Got a base hit. Do we want to pinch hit for Terry Pendleton? Who do we have? Who do we have on the... Guess not. My team kind of sucks. No power, though. It's a weird game. Oh. That was my fault. I thought he was coming back in with a low slide, inside low slider. Wow. I used to be better at this game. That was my chance right there. Like, he's not even playing me seriously. He would have taken his pitcher's out of energy. He probably would have walked a run in there. Oh, Guerrero's a good bad ball hitter, so we don't even want to put anything close.
The first baseman, number 25.
Wow. Took a walk.
catcher. He's high. One, begin.
This guy's got all the luck.
Now pitching. Rysel Iglesias. High. Zero balls, one strike. Hey! No balls, two strikes.
Look at that, 258 feet at the foul pole. So it's easy to get a home run if you can get it down the line, but extremely difficult if you hit it anywhere else.
For the Flyers, the second baseman, Travis Gonzalez. 1-0.
Now this might be a home run, inside the park home run, though we don't want to risk it. Yep, we're going to go for it. We're going to make it.
Ball.
It's almost embarrassing playing this guy. He's not even serious. He should have took this pitcher out a long time ago. I should have been taken out a long time ago.
Now batting. Designated hitter. Yeah.
Get by him. Nope. I think we're going to make it. No, we're out. Can you believe it? I can. I can. I can't believe it. I mean, technically, that would be my third perfect out. How are they showing him running the bases like he hit a home run over the wall? He didn't. That was inside the park home run.
Leading off for Pittsburgh, the left fielder, Corbin Carroll. Two. 0-2.
That was strange.
3.
4. I've had 4 perfect swings and 1 hit.
Nope, that's
Oh,
it.
really? I mean, is he going to bring in a new pitcher in the 9th?
1-1.
I can't believe this is coming down to the 9th. There is no way I should have lost this game.
Hit up. Now batting, the center fielder, Julio.
But we all know I'm going to lose this game. We all know it.
Yeah. No balls, one strike. Ah. 0-2.
This is terrible. All right, let's look at these principles of Musashi again. Okay, attain and detach from the principle. Know the rhythms. I think I know his rhythms. State of mind should remain normal. And focus the eyes. All right, let's see.
Leading off for the A's, the first baseman, right.
Is he really going to keep him in there? He's out. I'm out, right? Right? I couldn't have hit that ball any better. Look at that. I couldn't have hit that ball any better. This is really outrageous. Oh, I'm out. Yep. I'm flabbergasted. Like, I'm not saying I had a great game with the bat. Obviously, I had a terrible game with the bat, but the number of outs I made on hard hit balls in this game was incredible. Chap Quest, you the man, brother. You got me. I'll never call you dumb again. We'll see what it's baseball. All right. So again, let's get back to this idea of this being baseball. That is baseball. The best team, which I'm not, but still the principle of baseball is the best team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, we think are still going to lose 35 to 40% of the games. So far this year, that's still to be seen. And the worst team in baseball, the, say, Chicago White Sox, still going to win about 35, 40% of the game. And it's not unheard of for the worst team in a single game to beat the best team. It's also not unheard of for the worst team to win 2 out of 3 games in a 3-game series against the best team. You'll notice, but it won't be like stop the presses. We've never seen this before. So I will give this game credit, even though I feel like this has been going on for a while. I like that it's not just user input. Some people want just user input, that if I do the better, that if my input is better than my opponent's, then it should work out for me every time. I don't like that because that's not baseball. And I like that's not how it is in this game. But man, if this was real baseball, I'd be doing, I'd be changing my whole routine. I'd be picking up new the superstitions would just be abundant right now. I'd be trying some voodoo. I'd be trying everything to see how to get out of this crazy slump. Because I don't want to say I had a great game with the bat, but 4 perfects and only one of them a hit, and it was a home run. It was the inside the park home run. That ball from in the 9th inning from Bryce Harper, that should have been it could have been a perfect, and it was just a line out to center field, and we had multiple. I had 4 walks in the game. That was amazing. Glad we recorded this one. Well, you just got to chalk it up, come back, and do it again tomorrow. I'm not changing my PCI position again. I'm going back to the old ways. I'm in a slump. And I'm trying to figure out how to get out of it.